Mr. Toastmaster, my fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. By a show of hands, who in the audience has ever had a hangover?
Maybe not last time.
It's terrible, right? What's the worst thing about the morning of a hangover? There's the physical, splitting headache, nausea, sweating, inability to leave the fetal position, so I've heard. But I think worse than the physical is the mental. Because you beat yourself up, right? I did this. I caused this for myself. I am such an idiot. I'm never drinking again. And so we can sum up a hangover with one word: regret. And we all have regrets. Small things that happen every day. Like we lose our temper, or we eat too much dessert and we immediately feel sick. Or we procrastinate something and then it gets worse. And so we all have regrets. But what about activities that when we complete them, we never regret them? We all have those too. I've never said, I really regret that workout. I just wish that I had scrolled mindlessly through Facebook instead. Or, this house is so organized and clean. I just wish that I had left a little bit more clutter around. And so I call activities like that my never regrets. These are activities that I'm always happy, always feel content when I complete them because they're aligned with my core values. And so here's a list of a few more of them: church, exercise, playing wiffle ball in the backyard with the kids. And those are my never regrets. So now I want to share with you a list of activities that when life gets busy, I tend to skip. And so I think you guys know, many of you know, I've got 3 young kids, pretty busy schedule, and so you can't do everything. And so these are the things that I'll skip when life gets very busy. Notice any similarities? This hit me like a ton of bricks the other day. My fellow Toastmasters, without direction, our never regrets, the things that are most core to us, most important to us, are often the first things that we'll skip when life gets busy or stressful. And so here's the classic example. I just don't feel like it today. I don't have time. I don't have time to exercise today. This week, I've got too much going on and I just can't work out. We get too stressed to exercise when exercise is a natural, known de-stressor. And so it's very counterintuitive, but when we need it the most, when things get hectic, and we need those workouts to center ourselves, oftentimes that's when we'll skip them. Now, set aside all of the other benefits of exercise that we know about. It helps you live longer, it helps you look better, it helps you feel better. We'll skip it, a natural known de-stressor, because we're stressed. It doesn't make very much sense. And decisions like that leave us laying in bed at night, and we know that we've been pulled in 1,000 different directions. And we know that we had a busy day. But we're laying in bed and we're saying, did I do anything good today? Did I accomplish anything meaningful today? And I believe that we think those thoughts and we feel those feelings when we skip our never regrets. And so that leads to the question, how do we fight the tendency to skip our never regrets when life gets busy? I believe it comes down to 2 words: daily routine. I'm going to read this. I love this quote from Tony Robbins. I'm going to read it because I want to make sure I get it right. Consistent action shapes our lives, not what we do occasionally or once in a while. This is so true. I believe that locking in a daily routine with our never regrets is one of the most powerful tools that we have in order to live in alignment with our core values. Basically, it means that we're not going to have our day dictated just by whatever 1,000 things happen to get thrown at us that day. we're gonna lock in what's most important to us, what's most core. We're gonna lock in those never regrets in our daily routine, and those 1,000 things will still come, but they're gonna fall into place in between what I deem to be the most important and what I'm going to focus my time on. And so, how do you apply it to your life? Well, 5-minute fix. Step 1, identify your never regrets. Literally get a pen and paper or an iPad or whatever after this and write down the activities that when you finish them, you always feel satisfied. You never regret them because those are in alignment with your core values. Step 2, look at your daily routine. Integrate as many of those never regrets as you can into your everyday routine. And step 3 is, even if you don't feel like it, keep doing it and stick to your routine until it becomes painful to skip. And that last part is important. Let's go back to the exercise example that I keep touching on. I don't wake up every morning and my eyes snap open and I jump out of bed saying, yes, I'm ready to exercise right now. That doesn't happen. But I hate breaking my routine. And when I get into the office in the morning, I pull a little paper calendar out of my note bag and I write down what workout I did on that day. And then I talk to a colleague of mine every morning. What workout did you do? How'd it go? What was hard? What was easy? Nothing usually easy. What was hard? And even though I don't feel like it all the time, I hate coming in and opening up my calendar and I don't get to write anything. Or I have to say, I didn't get it done this morning. I didn't do anything this morning. That never regret is locked into my daily routine. Lock in your never regrets into your daily routine. So, quickly in summary, hangovers, basically the definition of regret. In contrast, never regrets is a term I use to describe things that we always feel good when we accomplish. Unfortunately, those never regrets are often the first things that we'll skip when life gets busy, so we're going to combat that by using the 5-minute fix and by locking in our never regrets into our daily routine. And so to close, I want to leave you with a word from Proverbs which says, the diligent prosper. The diligent prosper. And diligence is excellence in the ordinary over time. And so I believe that if you fill your ordinary, your daily routine with never regrets, that you will live in alignment with your core values. You will exhibit excellence, and therefore you will have a happier life. And I wish that for all of you. Mr. Toastmaster.